Hey everybody, I am super excited to be able to talk about today's gospel because it's one of my favorites in the fact that Jesus ends up saying that he is going to have to go to Jerusalem, that he's going to be arrested, that he's going to be killed, right, for our sake. And you think that's really intense to hear that, right? If you hear from a friend that something absolutely terrible is going to happen to them, I would hope and I would think that we'd be so concerned about them that right after that, if we were with other friends, we'd be like, oh my gosh, we can't believe this is going to happen. They did have conversation after that, and Jesus comes up and says, hey, what are you guys talking about? And what were they talking about? Not about how they're worried for Jesus. They were talking about who was the greatest, right? In a situation where you'd think that they'd be, again, talking about what was going to be happening to their friend, but they were just talking about themselves and who was the greatest. I think sometimes we can get a little sidetracked on what actually matters in life because we end up just trying to do the best and being the best for us, right? Sometimes, unfortunately, we can only think about ourselves, right? And maybe we don't really think about others. But it's really, really important that we do think about others and that we care for them and that we watch out for them. Right? Maybe sometimes we're with friends and there's somebody that's being excluded, right? And not included. Maybe we think to ourselves, oh, I could go spend time with them, but if I go spend time with them and try to make them feel loved, well then what are my friends going to say? And what will they, maybe then I'll be excluded. Right? Jesus ends up saying, right, that the first, if we want to be the absolute greatest, that striving to be the first, if we do that, we'll actually be the last. And if you're the last, that through the Lord's grace and his love, that will be the first, right? Why is it that if we're striving so hard, it's not saying don't try to be your best. We always need to try to do our best, but don't worry about being the best. If we're super concerned about ourselves and just being the best in everything and the greatest and people who get awards and all that, then we're probably not going to actually be focused on what actually matters and focusing on taking care of the people that are in our midst, right? Do your best, and God will make sure that things go well for you. But if we're trying super hard and trying our best and, well, we aren't the greatest at the grandest at everything, it doesn't matter, right? Be the best at loving. Strive to love the best you can. Try to include people the best you can, and God's going to take care of all the rest. Do your best, and you'll be the best in the eyes of God, right? And that's what truly matters. So be loving, try to include people, try to focus on the needs of others, and know that God's going to take care of you, God's going to love you, and that truly is the greatest thing that we could ever have. God bless you.